Trump's voter ID mandate is already sparking backlash. His WLFI token launch is stirring up pump and dump fears. The U.S. off Venezuela are squaring off with 15,000 troops, and Wall Street's private credit boom looks like a housing market 2.0. Welcome back to the Rob Report, where money meets news. There's a lot to talk about. Let's get right into it. Let's start off with Trump. He's ordering voter ID for every single ballot, no exceptions. This means no grace for absentee ballots, no leniency for mail-in voters who forget documentation, nothing. Backlash was immediate. Critics are calling it the biggest voter suppression move in modern U.S. history. Stripping access for minorities, seniors, even deployed military. Lawsuits are already lining up, but Trump is framing it as protecting election integrity. As election law scholar Richard Hansen puts it, this is likely unconstitutional overreach. Elections are run by states, not the White House. And then there's this, the WLFI. Trump's crypto token launches on Labor Day. Sound familiar? That's because we've been here before. Remember Trump's NFT collection? The wild rally, then the crash? People are calling it the pump and dump with a presidential figure. Now, it's round two. WLFI has strict floating limits. Only 20% of early holders can hit the market. Translation: extreme volatility, thin liquidity, and the perfect storm for another blow off the top. Crypto analyst Molly White puts it bluntly: when politics and tokens mix, it's rarely the investors who come on top. So, will WLFI be the next meme coin rocket or the next graveyard for retail money? Across the pond, now to Venezuela. The U.S. sent 7 warships, a nuclear sub, and 4,500 Marines right off the Caracas. Washington said it's a counter-narcotics operation. But here's the catch. Venezuela sees it as nothing short of hostile interference. President Maduro just mobilized 15,000 troops and responds, blasting U.S. action as illegal aggression. The message is clear. We will defend our sovereignty with everything we have. So let's cut to the chase. Venezuela's oil is the real battleground. About 700,000 barrels a day flow out, and mostly to China. If this standoff escalates, tankers reroute, insurance costs surge, and suddenly the U.S. refineries and global markets feel squeezed. The hostility runs deeper. This isn't just about ships. Venezuela is signaling that it may cut out the U.S. entirely and tilt harder towards China and Russia. That reshapes energy geopolitics overnight. Former U.S. Ambassador William Brownfield summed it up. This isn't about narco trafficking. It's about leverage. Leverage over oil, over trades, and over Washington. So the question traders need to ask isn't, will there be shots fired? It's, are we watching the birth of a new trade axis designed to choke out the U.S. out of Venezuela's oil lifeline? Finally, let's talk private credit. Wealthy Americans are pouring billions into private equity funds, chasing double-digit yields. Blackstone's B-Cred alone swelled up to $73 billion. And history has a way of rhyming. Think about the last time Wall Street thought they found safe, high-yield debt. The mid-2000 housing markets, mortgage-backed securities. Everyone thought defaults were impossible.
Mortgage-backed securities are filled
with extremely risky subprime adjustable rate loans, and when the majority of the adjustable rates kick in 07, they will
begin to fail.
Until 2008 hit. Then what happened? Debt piles too high, borrowers getting paid, defaults skyrocketed, markets collapsed, billions were wiped out, and people didn't just lose money. They lost their homes, their jobs, families, and even their lives. Today's private equity boom carries the same DNA. Opaque loans, high leverage, minimal oversight, and investors piling in because the returns looks too good to be true. As BlackRock strategist Rick Ryder warned, there's a lot of money chasing a very small pond, and that creates distortions that can break suddenly. Could this be Wall Street's next ticking time bomb? As Jamie Dimon himself said, it's the next debt bubble hiding in plain sight. So here's the real takeaway. Trump's voter ID order may reshape the ballot box by force, and his WLFI token launch could be the next great pump and dump drama. Venezuela isn't just flexing 15,000 troops, it's hinting at cutting out US of its oil lanes, a move that would ripple global markets. And private equity, call it what it is, Wall Street's newest addiction, with the shades of 2008 all over again. You've been watching The Rod Report, where money meets news. Make sure you like, share your thoughts in the comment section, and subscribe to stay up to date with the headlines that shape not only the markets, but your wallet. Again, thank you all for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.